If you saw a tomato that was moldy, mushy, and covered in white fuzz, what would you do? You'd toss it out, right? Nobody in their right mind would eat that. Of course not. But now think about this. Your mind is also consuming things every single day. Not food, but thoughts. And many of those thoughts are even more toxic than that rotten tomato. I'm not good enough. I'm such a failure. No one really cares about me. Sound familiar? If you've heard those words echo in your head, you're not alone, and that's the problem. These toxic thoughts are silently poisoning the minds of millions of young people. And the effects? Depression, anxiety, insomnia, burnout. They don't come crashing in like a thunderstorm. They leak in, drop by drop, slowly corroding your inner strength from the inside out. Most of us don't even notice until it's too late. And here's the real issue. Society has started to normalize the breakdown. And that's exactly why I need to say this right now. Because this conversation is long overdue. Think about this for a second. You were taught to brush your teeth when you were just a kid, right after waking up, and again before bed. Twice a day. No excuses. Why? Because if you don't clean your mouth, you get cavities. Bad breath. You lose confidence. Everybody gets that. But what about your mind? When were you ever taught how to clean that? Did anyone ever show you how to clear out toxic thoughts, built-up stress, or invisible worries that cling to you day after day? If I asked you, would you rather lose all your teeth or lose your mind? You already know the answer. And yet society puts more emphasis on oral hygiene than mental hygiene. So here's the real question. Why are we drilling the habit of brushing teeth into every child's routine, but never teaching them how to take care of their mental well-being? Right now, millions of young people are walking around with minds covered in emotional plaque anxiety, self-doubt, insecurity, and no one ever taught them how to clean it out. But it's time. It's time for that to change. A lot of people assume that mental pressure shows up like a fever or an open wound. Something obvious. Something you can't miss. But the truth is it doesn't. Mental pressure isn't always loud. It's quiet. It creeps in slowly, subtly, and with precision. You don't break down all at once. You just start to feel off. One day, you snap at the Wi-Fi for lagging, or lose your patience over the sound of a text tone. You can't sleep not because of coffee, not because of deadlines. You just lie there, wide awake, and your brain won't shut up. Even in a silent room, your thoughts are screaming. Those are warning signs. But most of us ignore them. Or worse, we normalize them. The problem isn't the pressure itself. The problem is, you don't realize you're under pressure. Breakdowns don't crash in like a thunderstorm. They leak in, little by little, until one day you just fall apart. Mental pressure won't kill you. But ignoring it? That might. So learn to listen. Your body and mind are always trying to tell you something. Don't wait until you can't take it anymore to finally care. Start now, before it's too late. So here's the question. What do I actually do to deal with mental pressure? You're overwhelmed. You're anxious. You're not even sure where to start. Don't worry. In this very video, I'm going to share a technique with you that's shockingly simple. Anyone can do it, no matter who you are. And yet, it has the power to completely shift how you respond to pressure. The technique? It's called the mindful smile breath. Now hold up. Don't freak out. I'm not asking you to meditate for hours on a mountaintop or sign up for some overpriced yoga retreat. All you need is 1 minute a day. Yep, just 60 seconds to reset your mind with this game-changing practice. Let me walk you through it. Step 1. Close your eyes and smile for 15 seconds. You don't even need to feel genuinely happy. Just the act of smiling can trick your brain into relaxing, triggering a calming response and reducing stress. Step 2. Take a deep breath in and exhale fully. Breathing deeply doesn't just calm you down. It sends fresh oxygen to your brain, clears your thoughts, soothes your nervous system, and energizes your body. Step 3. Focus on the present moment. Not the past, not the future. Just this moment, right here, right now. You don't need to get it perfect. You don't even have to do it right. Just start and repeat it daily. You might be thinking, come on, how much can just smiling and breathing really help? But here's the truth. It works way better than you think. So let me break down why this method is actually effective. First, it's insanely practical, and that's what makes it powerful. You don't need to be a monk. You don't need to sign up for a course. You don't need any fancy gear or high-tech apps. All you need is you and 1 quiet minute. Anyone can do this, anywhere. At your desk, in the bathroom, on the bus, while waiting for your morning coffee. There are no barriers, no excuses. If you can breathe mindfully, pay attention, and smile, you're already doing it. And that simplicity is exactly what makes it sustainable. Because the easier something is to do, the more likely you'll do it consistently. And consistency is where real change begins. Second, it's simple but it hits deep at your biological core. This isn't some wellness hack or an Instagram healing vibe. This is neuroscience at its most basic. When you smile even if you're not genuinely happy, your facial muscles still send signals to your brain saying, "Hey, we're good." In response, your brain reduces stress and releases a bit of dopamine, your natural feel-good chemical. When you take a deep breath, you flood your brain with oxygen, boosting mental clarity, calming your nervous system, and stabilizing your heart rate. And when you focus on this exact moment, even for just 1 minute, you momentarily step out of the stress loop. It's not magic. It's how the human brain is wired to reset. And the best part? This technique doesn't just make you feel better in the moment. It creates lasting change in how your brain actually works. According to research from William and Mary, if you do this practice daily, your brain starts to rewire itself. Specifically, the areas of your brain tied to happiness, calm, and emotional resilience become more active. You stress less. You bounce back faster. And yes, your creativity even improves. In other words, this is a gym workout for your mind. No money, no sweat, but the benefits are very real. Just 1 minute a day, and the payoff is massive. All right, I just want to leave you with one important reminder. Don't wait until your mental health collapses to start healing yourself. You can learn to manage stress when it's still small, so you never have to break down in painful, overwhelming ways. Because real mental wellness doesn't come from big, dramatic changes. It comes from just 1 quiet minute a day.